Two good questions. Can the Falcons actually shock the NFL this season? And will they make the playoffs? Most analysts are sleeping on the 2025 Falcons. I'm going to reveal the key factors the experts are ignoring that will propel Atlanta to win a winning record and a shocking playoff burst. What's up, my Falcon family, my Dirty Bird Nation? You know what it is. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Atlanta Falcons Pandemic, the show built for the fans, by the fans, where the heartbeat of the Dirty Bird is faithful, where my fellow pandemics never waver and the passion never dies. I am your Falconologist, Manuel McFarland, the true and trusted voice for the diehard Falcon fans who live and breathe this team. So go ahead, listen to those so-called experts. The betting odds are set, and they've already pegged the Atlanta Falcons for another mediocre season, hovering around 500. Total disrespect. Projections are landing squarely on a 7 or 8 win season, basically writing them off as a playoff long shot before a seasonal snap has been played. But I'm here to tell you why they're wrong. The numbers and the narratives don't count for the fire in this locker room. In this video, we're going to go game by game through the Falcons' entire 2025 schedule to show you the definitive path to the postseason. We'll break down every matchup, every rivalry, and every potential trap. Forget the noise. This is how the Falcons can defy the odds and make a serious push for January football. Let's lay down the foundation. But before we get into the schedule, let's talk about what this team is built for the 2025. The 2025 Falcons entered this season with high expectations after a significant offseason. The team's schedule presents a mix of division rivalries, difficult road trips, and some highly anticipated primetime games. It all starts with the biggest change, the one this whole prediction hinges on, and that's Michael Penix Jr. starting. He is the starting quarterback for 2025. Penix is a pure pocket passer, a guy who can stand tall and deliver absolute strikes down the field. But that means one thing above all else. He needs protection. That puts a massive spotlight on the offensive line. They're supposed to be the heart and soul of this offense. Whether the quarterback is Penix, Cousins, or Emory Jones, the offensive line is tasked with keeping Penix upright, blasting open lanes for the real engine of this team, Bijan Robinson. Let's be clear. Bijan is an elite weapon, a top-tier running back who can change the game on any given touch. He's the cornerstone. However, the protection in front of him has already taken a massive hit. Starting right tackle Caleb McGarry is out for the season with a leg injury, which is a significant blow that will test the depth immediately out the gate. This comes after losing starter center Drew Dahlman in free agency, with Ryan Newsill now taking a step into that full-time role. On the other side of the ball, the story is about one thing: consistent pressure. The Falcons pass rush has been a weakness for years, but there's new hope with first-round rookies Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. joining veteran Leonard Floyd. Now, if these rookies can finally generate consistent heat on the opposing quarterbacks, it changes everything for a secondary led by star Jesse Bates III. So can the offensive line hold up offensively or defensively? Can the pass rush finally show up? These are the questions that will define the season. Let's find out how it plays out week by week. Here are my 2025 season projections. We kick things off with a divisional test right out the gate. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a must-win game. Opening the season against a familiar division rival is the perfect chance to set the tone for the rest of the season. The Bucs are a team that knows Atlanta well, and starting the Penix era with a confident win in front of the home crowd is non-negotiable. With the new offensive weapons and a new head coach, the Falcons should be able to win this one. It'll be a close, hard-fought NFC battle, but I've got the Falcons pulling this out. So we start out 1-0. Week 2, we go into week 2 at Minnesota Vikings for a primetime game, and which is a tough early road test against a very competitive NFC opponent. The Vikings have a potent offense, and that will in the stadium be making noise for their Vikings. They love their Vikings. They represent the Vikings well. This is going to be a classic welcome to the NFL moment for Penix on the road. I think the defense struggles to contain their weapons. And if the offense make any critical mistakes in a hostile environment, this ill one is going to be a loss. And I'm going to put that, with a road game early in the season. Not a whole lot of opportunities in the preseason for this offense to gel or develop chemistry. Even though Penix had a very good ending to last season, but I got the Falcons starting out kind of flat in this game, only because it's a road game in a hostile environment. Not saying that we can't rise up and come out with a win, but this one here is going to be real close. I got the season starting out at 1-1 on this one. Week 3 at Carolina Panthers, back on the road against a familiar divisional foe. The Falcons were looking for a chance to get back on track. The Panthers are in a rebuilding phase, and while divisional games are always tough, this is a matchup the Falcons should handle very well. Even with the additional talent, I just don't think the Panthers will have enough to pull out a win. Bijan Robinson will be the focal point here, controlling the clock and wearing down the Carolina's defense, weak defense. The Falcons get back on track with a solid, convincing win. For me, this is a win, record 2-1. Week 4, the game that everybody's been anticipating, the game that everybody watched last season and watched masterfully how Michael Penix came in and faced the Washington Commanders. But we're back at home with this one. This is a game that you just have to bank. Washington is a team still trying to find its identity. The Falcons are a more talented, stable roster at this point. I expect the defense to create a couple of turnovers and the offense to capitalize. One key matchup that I'm taking away in this game is for Kyle Pitts, who's been handling the Commanders since his existence to the league. He's always had a good game against them, whether he was having a down season or hurt. His rookie season, he demolished Washington Commanders with Matt Ryan. But this year, I look for Penix to continue giving the Commanders all they can handle. They have no matchup for them, speed or otherwise, size-wise, whatever. The Falcons go in here, they take care of business and build some early season momentum. It's a win for me, record 3-1. So we go into the week 5 with the bye week, or early bye week. It's an ideal start, allowing us to get some rest, prepare for what's like a brutal stretch ahead. With that in mind, the bye week will give the Falcons much needed rest and rehab needed to focus on what seems like an uncertain stretch of a tough AFC schedule. All right. Going into week 6 versus the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football. Coming off the bye, the Falcons host one of the AFC elite teams under the primetime lights. The Bills are a Super Bowl contender and perennial AFC powerhouse, and their offense led by elite quarterback Josh Allen. Yes, I did call him elite. It will be a significant challenge for the Falcons defense. Definitely a true test. Atlanta will have to apply pressure early, go on top with points, and sustain till the end. Atlanta's ability to game manage will also be put to the test in this one. I think Buffalo's experience and top-tier quarterback play, especially going down the stretch into the fourth quarter, will be a difference maker going into the fourth quarter into the end. It's a hard-fought game, but ultimately, guys, I think the Bills hands us another loss. Record right now sits at 3-2. Week 7 at the San Francisco 49ers. It doesn't get any easier. Traveling across the country to face the 49ers is one of the toughest draws on the schedule. San Francisco is a top-tier NFC team, a powerhouse on both sides of the ball. Their physical defense and complex offensive scheme feel like a nightmare matchup for a young quarterback. But in week 7, the upset of Atlanta Falcons secure a hard-fought victory over the 49ers. I think the Falcons defense will keep the 49ers offense in check for most of the game. This will be another one of those games where the Falcons will have to keep mistakes to a minimum or kneel. I think once again, Pitts is going to be a factor in this game. So Pitts will have to be in tune for this season. However, the Falcons I do believe the Falcons do pull out a win on this one. Record 4-2. Week 8, against the Miami Dolphins. The Falcons return home to face the Miami Dolphins. This is a game that's a great opportunity to get a good win against a team with similar aspirations. While the Dolphins offense can be explosive, led by quarterback Tua, but their defense has some questionable marks. Losing several players and definitely a way for Atlanta to exploit their weakness. Atlanta's pass rush will be tested, and if they can't get to the quarterback, it's going to be a long day. We cannot, whether he's healthy or not, we cannot allow Tua to sit back there and orchestrate. The Falcons however, expected to force turnovers against the up and down Dolphin squad. Atlanta's new quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., along with star tight end Kyle Pitts, will be key to the Falcons' success. Our offense will be a little too much for the Dolphins defense. It's a win for Atlanta at 5-2. All right, Falcon fans and fellow pandemics. At this point of the season, what we're thinking, what are you thinking? Is it too early to start thinking playoffs? What do you think of the Falcons' predictions and performance so far? Am I spot on? Do you disagree on a couple of games? Let me know in the comments. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Can they keep up with this level of performance going into the next stretch of the game season? At week 9, New England Patriots. This is the right game. The Patriots are in a rebuilding phase. After a brutal 3-game stretch against top contenders, a road trip to New England is the perfect opportunity to try to get new things, but staying focused. The Patriots are not the powerhouse they once were. They have a lot of young guys, and this is the opportunity for them to try to make a name for themselves. So we can't go in this game sleeping and underestimating anybody. And this is the game where the Falcons' overall talent, especially on offense with Bijan, should take over. Atlanta should be able to take a deeper look at the defensive, different game scenario situations and stay dialed in. Victory goes to the Falcons. It's a win. Record at 2-2. Going into week 10, we go out of the country to Berlin, the international game. Frankly, this is the game that concerns me. Travel can make these matchups very unpredictable, but the Colts are a beatable opponent. With the Falcons record at with the Falcons record at 1-2 in international play, this game will come down to offensive execution. I trust the combination of Penix and Robinson to be more consistent with the Colts offense. The Falcons secure a victory overseas and get back above 500 when playing abroad. It's a win for us at 7-2. Going into week 11, Carolina Panthers. Sweeping a division opponent is crucial for any playoff push. The Falcons return home and take on the Panthers for the second time, having already beaten them on the road. There's no reason to think that we couldn't do it again and hand them a loss in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So we go in and take care of business convincingly. It's a win for us, record 8-2. Week 12 at New Orleans Saints, the start of a difficult 3-game road trip in the Superdome against their most heated rival. Analysts presume, even with the questionable quarterback situation and the missing pieces on the defense, that the Saints will somehow keep this game business as usual. However, with the series all tied up at 54 apiece, and no matter the record, this game is always a war. The Saints defense is always tough at home, and the crowd noise is a major factor. This feels like a classic NFC South slugfest where the home team squeaks it out late, but the Falcons are expected to have the better roster and come out with the victory. We pull out the win, record 9-2. Week 13 at the Jets. Fans, I hate to say it, but this is another game that surprises me. Another tough road game against a team with potentially elite and formidable defense. However, this season, the Jets are without the defensive coordinator that turned that defense around, Jeff Ulbrich, who conveniently enough is now the defensive coordinator for our Atlanta Falcons. If the Jets offense is functional, they could be a very dangerous team, especially since the acquisition of new quarterback Justin Fields. No, he's not the Justin Fields of old, but at the same time, he's a very formidable quarterback with a young quarterback with a young team. Sometimes a new face, a new place, new system makes all the difference in the world. So we cannot go into facing the Jets and underestimate them. The Falcons' offensive line will be put to the test against a ferocious pass rush. I hate to see. I see the offense struggling to find rhythm in this one against the pass rush on the road. Guys, this is going to be a loss for me at 9-3. Oh, I hate to say that. So we're sitting at 9-3. The season is bright, but these last 5 games will be determine the Falcons' legit push into the postseason. We go into Week 14 versus the Seattle Seahawks. Back home against the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is a solid team, but this is a winnable game in Atlanta. I don't see and hope I won't see the Seahawks coming in back-to-back season defeating the Falcons. I expect the Falcons to play with a sense of urgency, with the defense stepping up to make critical plays in the second half to help the offense put this game out of reach. I don't expect this game to be like last season where the defense gave up and going down the stretch. This win should have the playoff picture within reach. It's a win for us. We're at 10-3 record. Week 15, we go on to face Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. A short week on the road for a critical divisional rematch. Winning in Tampa on a Thursday night is a tall order. All right, the Bucs will be looking for revenge from Week 1. This game could decide the division and see it being another one-score battle, but the home field advantage gives Tampa the slight edge. If this game was played at home with the hometown crowd, I will feel different. But we are on the road in Tampa. Even though this game is winnable for the Falcons, I just don't see Tampa losing 4 straight games against the Falcons. But remember, the Falcons swept the Bucs, and then the opening season with a loss. I just don't see the Bucs losing 4 straight. Not to say that it will be impossible, but nonetheless, this will be a gut-wrenching loss for us. Right now, the record at 10-4. Week 16 at Arizona Cardinals, with the season hanging by a thread. The Falcons travel to actually it's not hanging by a thread, but this has to be, if we are to have playoff aspirations, we need to win this game. The Cardinals are a team with talent, but the Cardinals are a rebuilding team. But seemingly so, they were last year. And also, they can be a bit inconsistent. This is a game where the Falcons are better equipped to win. I see them leaning heavily on the run game with Bijan, controlling the tempo, securing a massive road victory. It's a win for us, record 11-4. Week 17 versus the Los Angeles Rams on Monday Night Football, a challenging primetime matchup against a tough Rams team. The final home game of the season, and it's under the lights on Monday night. The Rams are a well-coached and have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. This will be an absolute battle for us. With the playoffs on the line in front of their home crowd, I'm calling for the huge win. The defense fueled by the energy of the stadium, the momentum built up through the season, and the established chemistry on offense make this a game-winning stand. This is a signature victory of the season. A huge win for the Atlanta Falcons, record 11-5. Let's see, week 18. Yeah, week 18 versus the New Orleans Saints. It all comes down to this. Week 18 at home against the Saints with a playoff spot potentially on the line, along with the home field advantage. After winning in the Super Bowl earlier in the year, the Saints will aim to get their revenge, only to be fed with the same grace as the Bucs did last season. A defining sweep. That's right. I'm calling the Saints the game against the Saints this year. We sweep the Saints this year. We swept the Bucs last year. We split this year with the Bucs. And like I said, we're going to sweep the Saints this year. So this is a win for Atlanta, record 12-5. So guys, that's my record prediction, 12-5 season. And the answer to the big question, will the Atlanta Falcons make the playoff with a 12-5 record? My answer is emphatic yes. They beat the expert predictions and the betting odds that have them pegged for 7-8 wins. This prediction isn't based on blind optimism. It's based on them holding serve at home, splitting their toughest road games, and most importantly, dominating their division late in the season when it matters the most. The season will hinge on Michael Penix staying healthy and playing efficiently, the offensive line surviving key injuries, and the rookie pass rushers providing that much-needed spark. It won't be easy, and there will be frustrating losses along the way. But this Falcons team has the offensive firepower with stars like Bijan Robinson and Drake London, and a schedule that gives them a clear, albeit challenging, path to double-digit wins. They will prove the doubters wrong and return to the postseason. So there you have it, Falcon fans. A look at what we have here in Atlanta. Uh, and I, for one, Atlanta Pandemic believe is in store for our beloved Dirty Birds in 2025. It's a season with high expectations and a ton of talent. And we've got our sights set on double-digit wins and a trip to the playoffs. So whether you agree with or take whether you agree with my take or think we're way off, we want to hear from you. The conversation doesn't stop here. This is a community, and your voice is what makes this channel click. So please let me know your game by game predictions in the comments below. Do you think we'll go 10-7? Or maybe you're a believer in me, like me, and go 12-win season? Or perhaps you see a tougher road ahead? Whether your thoughts drop them below, guys, let me know what you think. I answer all comments and take on all questions. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a minute of our coverage. Thank you all for the incredible support. We couldn't do this without you. As always, let's keep the faith, keep the energy as we head into the new season. And as always, continue to rise up. Peace. All right, Pandemic family, that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in and sharing your passion for our Atlanta Falcons with us. Your energy and support are what make this community truly special. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a 2 thumbs up, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our exciting content. And seriously, don't forget to hit that notification bell right next to that subscribe button so that you'll be the first to know when we drop new videos about our beloved Dirty Birds. And as always, continue to rise up, and we'll see you in the Super Bowl.